The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, Riblet.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Attack!
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7.
Tight end's right. Hey, we are.
Hey, 15.
57.
They'll run it with Johnson. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold. Behind the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by John Simon. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They're not ready for this. They still.
Now Howard. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
180. You better be afraid of me. You not.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. This is caught. It's Cooks. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, they run with Howard.
Get it, baby. Boom.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Stafford. That's complete to Cobb. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Check, 43. And what's that? And what's the ball? Check 37. Check 37.
On first down, it's Howard. They find some open field here. The 20. 38 yards on the scamper there. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run with Howard, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Running with Howard, and they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get them nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Mahomes now to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. A huge play there for Houston. 59 yards. To throw, it's Mahomes. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the ground, this is Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 4.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss play. This is one. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit people who are moving targets. And linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss. And that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Now Stafford. And that's complete to Cooks. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Stafford. He gets it to Cooks. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Stafford now, a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10. They'll give to Howard. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
42.
From the 31, Stafford, and he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. On the handoff, this is Howard. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Stafford now to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. DJ Moore there to make the grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, he's going deep for Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 74 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half. There's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Hey, 5-0.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Monday.
Just beating the play clock. Stafford going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Stafford. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Drill right, 22.
Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, he's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Stafford. And he's got the hook up to Moore. In the wild card game last week, he had 4 catches, and now he has his 4th catch here.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Steelers.
Set. 180. 43. Check. 43. Let's go, D.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. It's caught left side by Cooks.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get it done. Let's go.
A gain of 13 yards. And a Steeler first down.
Monk set. 180. 43. He just warm up.
On first down, it's Walton. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Walton, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away as his guys are able to regain the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Number 53, Mike 53.
Again, it's Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Come on, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
To throw is Stafford. And Cooks hands it over the middle. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 2nd down, it's Walton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Set. Lady. Increase the mic. Better quick. You felt like 7. Let's behind.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Again, it's Howard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And it's 3rd down.
One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Walton. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when he's nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. It was Darryl Worley there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
3 down.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And no, it's incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Get ready.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. It got his man complete. A huge play there for Houston. 42 yards. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. First down. It's Walton. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
The 12-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
You ain't got nothing.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
And
now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.